Yes, children, let us see incorporation of a company. So there are 4 stages in this. First of all, a company come into existence only by its registration. Without registration, a company cannot come into existence. First, promotion. What is promotion? Suppose a person gets an idea of starting a business. Or number of persons join together to come to an agreement to start a business. That is known as promotion, or those persons who get the idea of doing this business is known as the promoters. Next, incorporation. Incorporation means registration. For this, the promoters have to apply for the registration with the company's registrar. That application consists of all the details, whatever are given in the prescribed format, and some documents, that is memorandum of association, articles of association, and some other documents are to be submitted along with that application, and necessary fees is to be paid through a draft, whatever so. And if the company registrar satisfies with the information given in the documents and the application form, then he issues a certificate of incorporation, that is certificate of registration. And of course, if it is the private company, then they can start the business activities soon after they get the incorporation certificate. Why? Because they themselves within the 200 members will be there and they contribute the capital and they can start the business. But here in case of the public companies, they have to go for one more stage, that is capital subscription. Why? Because they issue the shares and they pull together the capital from the public. For that, they issue a prospectus, a document which is approved by the company's registrar. That what is known as the prospectus issues to the public, inviting the shares from the public. And from the public they receive the applications and they allot the shares and they collect the amount from the public by issue of shares. And by that way they pull together the capital required to start the business and to run the business, etc. whatever so. And then after they apply for the commencement. Commencement means starting of the business. So they apply for the commencement certificates, and after getting that commencement certificate from the registrar, they can start the business. This is about the incorporation of a company. Now let us see the kinds of shares. The company can issue 2 types of shares, one equity shares and preference shares. Preference shares are those shares whose holders, that is shareholders, are having the right to get the dividend on priority basis. Means before the dividend is issued to the shareholder, equity shares, they can be given on priority basis. And at the time of winding up of the company also, they are having priority to get their amount after making payment to the external liabilities. Again, preference shares are of 8 categories on the basis of cumulacy, on the basis of redeemability, on the basis of participation, on the basis of convertibility. First, let us see on the basis of cumulacy. Cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference shares. Cumulative preference shares are those shares whose holders have the right to get the dividend on cumulative. Suppose the company is not able to make the payment of dividend this year, so they can claim it in the next year. So that is cumulative preference shares. Those preference shareholders who are not having such right are known as the non-cumulative preference shares. Of course, a point is to be noted, preference shares dividend is prefixed, say 10% preference shares, the 9% preference shares, they get a fixed rate of dividend. Next, second is redeemability. On the basis of redeemability, there are 2 types of shares, redeemable preference shares and irredeemable preference shares. Redeemable preference shares are those shares whose amount will be redeemed after a fixed period of time. And the irredeemable preference shares are those whose amount will not be redeemed till the winding up of the company. And participating and non-participating. See here, after making payment of the dividend to the preference shareholders and equity shareholders, the remaining amount will be kept as it is. as a reserve or retained for the earnings, etc. On that, only equity shareholders having right. But in case of the participating preference shares, these preference shares, after getting their fixed rate of dividend and after making payment to equity shareholders, whatever is remained, on that also they are having right to share. Those are known as participating preference shares. Non-participating preference shares are those the shares whose holders are not having such right in the accumulated profits or retained earnings. Next, on the basis of convertibility, again there are two types of the share preference shares: convertible preference shares and non-convertible preference shares. Convertible preference shares are those shares which can be converted into equity shares in course of time. And non-convertible preference shares are those which cannot be converted into equity shares at any time afterwards. This is about the categorization of preference shares. Now come to the equity shares. Equity shares are those shares whose holders are having holders will be paid a dividend after making payment to preference shareholders at a fixed rate, and they are the actual risk bearers. They are having voting right. Preference shares are not having voting right. At the time of winding up of the company, after making payment to the external liabilities and preference shareholders, then if anything is remained, then it will be paid to the equity shareholders. This is about the kinds of the shares. Now let us go to the other kinds of share capital. The capital which is raised by issue of the shares is known as share capital. Now it is categorized into three. Authorized capital, the capital which the company can raise during its life period, which is mentioned in the Memorandum of Association Capital Clause. The company cannot go beyond this authorized capital. If it wants to modify, then it has to seek the permission of the Companies Act, our company law board. And second one is issued capital. After the authorized capital, the company invites the shares, invite the share capital from time to time from the public. So far, how many shares were invited from the public is known as issued capital. Of course, out of the issued capital, when the company invites the shares invites the capital from the public, it is not compulsory that all the shares have to be applied for. Sometimes equally exactly that much is applied for, and sometimes lesser than number is applied for, sometimes more than that is applied for. So, how many shares how many applications were received, against which how many shares were allotted is known as the subscribed capital, actual allotted number of shares. Again, out of the number of shares, the subscribed and fully paid, some shareholders have paid the full amount, that categorized under subscribed and fully paid, and sometimes some of the holders may not be able to pay one or two installments after payment of one or two installments. Those are categorized under subscribed and not fully paid. This is about the incorporation of the company, kinds of shares and the kinds of share capital.